Have you ever looked up at a plane crossing the sky and wondered how humans first learned to fly? Today, boarding an aircraft feels routine. But just over a century ago, the idea of a machine carrying a person through the air seemed almost impossible. Many believed humans simply weren't meant to fly. Yet history is often changed by people who refuse to accept limits. For Wilbur and Orville Wright, two bicycle mechanics from Dayton, Ohio, that impossible dream became an obsession. Their journey truly began in 1899 when Wilbur Wright wrote a letter to the Smithsonian Institution asking for every available document on flight. Inspired by the work of German aviation pioneer Otto Lilienthal, the brothers began studying everything they could about birds, wind, and lift. In 1900, they traveled to the remote sand dunes of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Strong winds, shifting sand, and almost complete isolation. But that's exactly why they chose it. Standing among broken equipment and failed calculations, Wilbur reportedly wondered whether human flight might still be 50 years away. The second glider had performed far worse than expected. Back in Dayton, they built a homemade wind tunnel in 1901 and began testing hundreds of miniature wing designs. Night after night, they measured airflow and lift, slowly discovering that many accepted aviation theories were simply wrong. By 1902, their third glider finally worked. For the first time, they could reliably control an aircraft in the air using a system called wing warping. They had solved the problem of control. No engine on the market was light enough for flight, so the brothers built their own. It produced just 12 horsepower, less than many modern lawn tractors, but it was enough. Then came December 17, 1903. The morning was cold and windy. As the engine roared to life, the flyer began moving forward. Sand kicked into the air. The machine bounced slightly, then lifted off the ground. For 12 seconds, Orville Wright flew 120 feet. By modern standards, it was a tiny flight, but it changed history. Today, every passenger jet soaring above the clouds carries a piece of that story. The sky that once seemed unreachable became part of everyday life because two curious brothers chose not to accept the word impossible.